When you're under a tornado warning or you hear a tornado siren, and especially if you can see that tornado, now is not the time to grab that smartphone and start filming. Instead, it's time to get inside and seek shelter. You run inside to seek shelter from the storm and come up to your bedroom, which normally is pretty safe, until of course a tree crashes through your roof. Coming down to a lower level, great idea. Trying to see where the storm is outside those windows, bad idea. It was a good idea to leave the windows, but this exterior wall doesn't help you as much as you might think. No, tree limbs or 2x4s, they're like toothpicks when winds get as fierce as in these storms. Yes, your garage is on ground level and has 4 sides. No, it isn't going to protect you the way you want it to. So this is where you do want to be. Not only a low level, but the lowest level you've got. And you want to put as many walls between you and the storm as possible. And then you stay here until it's safe. Because this room could be the one thing that saves your life.
This is serious stuff, for sure.
Absolutely.
So how can we be prepared? Because that's what we talked about at the top of the segment. We want the students out there to know that they can be safe, they can plan ahead.
Absolutely, and knowing where that safest room is in your house is absolutely key. My house, I don't have a basement, so there is no going below ground, but I can put as many walls between me and the outside as possible. I get away from the windows, I get away from those walls, I go into a closet, and I hunker down until it's time to come out.
Now I'm seeing some materials on the table. Talk me through what are these and why would I want these materials?
So specifically for a tornado, in whatever your safest room is, whether it's a basement room, a closet, there's certain things you want to have because tornadoes are strong and they can do some damage and you need to have a way out. And when you're leaving, having shoes on is really, really important. You might not have a lot of light. So
visibility, sure, flashlight.
Flashlight, batteries for that flashlight, also key. And this is one that nobody thinks about. You do not want to have hail or debris hitting you in the head. So the bike helmet,
it's a good idea.
Leaving the bike helmet in that safest room, perfect idea for a tornado.
I like it.
Yeah.
So one thing that comes to mind for me at least is in this day of technology, there might be the ability to be informed because I would want to know when can I come out? And that's a question that we got a whole lot ahead of the program. How do I know when it's actually safe to leave that room?
So one of the things you might want to have in your safest room is your mobile device because even if there's no power, if that's charged, you've got a little juice. Twitter, the Weather Channel app, they can tell you when it's safer to come out. And also, they have radios like this one. You don't see a lot of radios anymore, right? People don't use them. It's on their phone, but they have them. This is a weather radio. It's actually made to only get information about the weather. You can buy one of these. They're not that expensive. It holds your battery charge for a long time. In fact, this one from the American Red Cross has a crank on it, so you can power your radio even when there's no power.
I like it.
Yep, and that way you'll know when to come out of the room.
Well, speaking of questions, we've had a number of them coming up. And so what I'd like to do is ask you one. This question here is coming from Anna in Gilbert, Arizona.
Hi, Anna.
Hi, Anna. Thank you for joining us. How far can a tornado travel? And how long can it last?
All right, so most tornadoes are only on the ground for a short period of time. They're short, they're powerful, and they're done. There are some, however, that can travel many states in a row and be on the ground consistently for hours. We call those long track tornadoes. That's the exception to the rule, but that can happen.
Okay, I like it. So here's a question that is a great segue as well. Can a tornado and a hurricane happen in the same place at the same time?
And the scary answer is yes. They can happen at the same time. A hurricane actually has those shifting winds that we talked about inside it, and so it can help start tornadoes.